I know you can read my thoughts, Bart. Just a little reminder. If I find out you cut class, your ass is mine. Yes, you heard me. I think words I would never say.
I know you can read my thoughts, boy. Meow 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 meow.
I'm always fascinated when TV shows let us into someone's head. This first caught my attention in that 4Kids YuGiOh dub where characters constantly think to themselves.
Once I gain all 7 Millennium items, I shall use their vaguely established powers to destroy the world. But first I'm going to beat you in a card game.
YuGiOh used internal dialogue to clarify the inconsistent, off-the-cuff rules and stakes of the ongoing card games. YuGiOh also represented the mind itself as a room of memorabilia, or a labyrinth if you're cool and edgy. It works, I guess. The narration is kinda clumsy, but portraying the mind is hard. We know what it's like to hear something, or to see something, but we only think we know what it's like to think. I can imagine audio, but thought isn't audio. I can imagine video, but thought isn't video. Thought itself can't be portrayed in any form, so fiction uses audio and video to convey the notion of thought. Inside Out is a valiant effort. Riley is a person, and her mind is a metaphorical theater where thoughts are made physical. Topics are divided into areas. Emotions are divided into people. But what do their minds look like? We haven't gotten anywhere. Riley's parents can't read her mind, but they have the same cast of emotions. If Inside Out did involve mind reading, maybe it would look like one cast of emotions interrogating the other, or wiretapping. Pixar can't put thought on screen. Pixar must represent thought with the same conventions used to represent every character. Since the characters sitting around the table hear and see each other just like the emotions hear and see each other, this scene does feature mind reading. In this cartoon universe, mundane communication is telepathy. Let me step back. In TV shows, when characters get mind-reading powers, it's not all fun and games. Forgive me, Master, but I must go all out just this once. Let's visit TV tropes. Ah, dang it, I just opened like 30 tabs. Okay, let's see. In this episode of Buffy, the Vampire Slayer gets mind-reading powers from magical demon blood, and it's unbearable. So she gets rid of the mind-reading powers with more magical demon blood. Spock's Vulcan mind meld backfires like half the time. Even Professor X treats mind reading with caution, and he's one of the best. When a character can read minds effectively, it's terrifying. Those are usually the bad guys. Having our mind read means losing control.
Hey! Thank God I'm free of that nightmare! Sorry, buddy. Here you go.
Thank you. It was cold down there on the floor.
We can't read minds in reality, but we're sure if we could, it'd be difficult and scary. And even then, interpreting thoughts is still tricky. In this Twilight Zone episode, a banker overhears a coworker thinking about robbing the bank. But that coworker has worked there for 20 years and thought about robbing the bank every day. It's just a daydream. If we could read thoughts, we could also misread thoughts, just like we misunderstand each other all the time. I mean, not to get all wibbly-wobbly on you, but is your blue the same as my blue? Maybe one person's subjective experience of reality is just totally incomparable to another's. Look, we've never met aliens, so in fiction, aliens look like us or monsters. We've never experienced another mind either, so in fiction, every mind looks the same or monstrous. Mind merging ranges from way worse to pretty rad. In Stranger Things, mental assimilation is paralleled with communism. In Steven Universe, sometimes merging is cool, and sometimes it's like an abusive relationship that almost blows up Earth. In Dragon Ball Z and Pacific Rim, characters in alignment can join to power up. We can kinda do that in reality. When I say half a Simpsons quote, the other half plays in your head.
Beware, it carries a terrible curse.
Ooh, that's bad.
but it comes with a free Frogut.
That's good.
The Frogut is also cursed,
That's bad.
but you get your choice of topping.
That's good.
The toppings contain potassium benzoate. That's bad.
Can I go now?
In fact, you don't need to be a Simpsons fan to have thoughts jump from my mind into yours. If you've put up with this video so far, you probably know English. If I want to tell you about, say, a pipe, my neurons vibrate my vocal cords, which vibrates my microphone, which vibrates your computer speakers, which vibrates your eardrums, which vibrates the pipe into your neurons. This is mind reading. The medium is irrelevant. Thought is conveyed across great distance, and whether by magical demon blood or 2 styrofoam cups linked with string, it's telepathy. A pipe is a pretty easy idea. We know what pipes look like, and we know what pipes are for. Other concepts like liberty or happiness or taupe are more ambiguous. Language is imperfect telepathy, because if 2 people have different mental images of taupe, then the word means different things. Luckily, we don't need language to be perfect. Language just needs to be good enough. A painter doesn't need you to telepathically beam the shade of taupe you want your fence. If you tell them, like coffee with a little cream, they'll probably get it close enough. Or better yet, you can find an example of your favorite brown and show them that. A palette card is more precise, specialized telepathy than language. And humans use these forms of telepathy to mind merge. When you chose that taupe, you didn't consider your arm, moving your hand, moving your finger to point at a color picked by your brain using signals from your eyes. Those parts are all united by your intent, and the painter joins that intent. People working together blur the barrier between them. Teammates know what the others are thinking, even if they don't know how they know. That doesn't mean teammates always agree or are even honest with one another. A single person can be in disagreement with themselves or lie to themselves. The result of those internal debates is a decision, hopefully a good one. An external debate is just an internal debate with extra brains involved, connected not by neurons but by language and other shared conventions. Or maybe I'm thinking about it too much. That's all I do here at Thinkster. If you don't recognize this pipe thingy, I think you'll recognize this other painting by the same guy. René Magritte was a French surrealist who enjoyed playing with the relationship between symbols and their meaning. As the caption says, this isn't a pipe. It's a picture of a pipe. Some might call this pretentious bull, but Magritte kind of invented this particular brand of pretentious bull, and I really like his birdies, so he's cool in my book. If you're not into pipes, maybe you'll like this painting better. It's called The Human Condition, so you know it's good. The painting in the painting blocks the view from the window, so the natural question is, does the painting match what's actually outside the window? But there isn't anything actually outside the window. The window is as fake as the rest of the painting. When we ask whether Buffy's magical demon blood accurately portrays the experience of mind reading, and when we wonder if Steven Universe characters fusing in the Inside Out universe would fuse emotions too, or if they'd just team up, we have to remember we're trying to peek behind a painting of a painting. This isn't a pipe because there's really no such thing as a pipe. We made them up. We made we up too. In fiction, we portray thought using sensory stimuli because we can't point to evidence of anything else. If you've enjoyed my Mind broadcast, why not subscribe and consider joining these squidlings and elder squids supporting me on Patreon? If there's any topics you want to watch me squid out about, leave a comment. Maybe next time I'll talk about The Matrix and get it over with. Bye-bye!